Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Record Education Studio. Um, we're here today with some video footage and coverage on the C127X, which is an exciting new product we have released at Record USA. This is your in-ground operator, but it's not your typical in-ground operator. It's very versatile. We're going to talk about some of the advantages, where to use it, how to order it. Just give you a general overview of the product today. And today I have with me Blue Hauser, and we've got Jennifer Griffin back at the corporate office that'll be joining in a few minutes for us. So, Blue, you want to?
Yeah, it's great to be here in the great state of Georgia. Mark, I got a lot of background in swing door operators. Just enough to be dangerous, and I got a little bit of background in slide, so I can get you around that. But this is all new to me. A floor. I mean, I knew about floor closers, but I don't know much about a floor operator. What it can do, how it acts, how hard it is or easy it is to program, install. So it's all new to me.
Great. So we'll go through some of that.
So yeah, good. And so that's why I'm here. You're the technical expert on this thing. You know more than probably anybody in Record USA. So I'm here to talk to you. Plus, we got Jennifer Griffin back at corporate, like you said, and she's going to go over how do you order this thing, and how does it come to you, and all that kind of stuff. So just a lot of questions that I would like to have answered. And I'm a new guy, so I did prepare. I got a list of questions here. So I did,
on the spot.
As I was thinking more about this thing, I tried to think about the questions I had are probably the same questions that some of the people out there that may be interested in buying and installing this thing. Probably.
Sure.
So it's just high level. Kind of tell us about this beast and or whatever. So do we want to start off with, like, Jennifer? How do you order this thing?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's start with Jen back at corporate, so she can kind of share what she does when you're ready to order one of these things, and so go from there.
Hey, Jennifer. Good morning. Today, I was with Mark Huntsman, and we were discussing the C127X, and I got some questions for, he had a lot of good technical information for me. But what I'm looking for is some, like, operational type questions, and I think you're the person to call to get you on the line and talk about some of this stuff. So I'm just plain distributor here, and if I want to order one of these, how does it take place? Do I just call in and talk to my favorite customer service person and they can order it for me, or is there order forms, or how does that work? Can you just kind of like explain how, if I wanted to order one of these things?
Sure, of course. So yeah, you can definitely reach out to your customer service representative. We do have an order form that makes it very easy to determine your handing. We have center and offset versions, and each option has a visual for you to look at so that you can easily choose. Then you would choose your arm type. If you need a floor box or not, typically that's going to be needed. A floor plate, it's always going to come with a display, but all of these options are on that order form. So we've tried to make it as user-friendly as possible, and you can send that straight to your customer service representative.
Oh, so we kind of following the same scheme, like ordering a door operator, a swing door
Absolutely.
Operator.
Yes.
If you got to think about it, there's not much difference. We need to know handings and swings and that type of stuff. Okay,
right,
good.
exactly.
All right. How about lead times? We got if I place the order today, I want to plan my job out. What kind of lead time am I looking at?
We are at about 8 to 10 weeks right now. We are working to get that down with our vendor, but that's where we are at this moment. We're looking at some stocking options. Right now we have a few items in stock if there's a quick turnaround need, but for the most part, it's 8 to 10 weeks.
Okay, so that's good to know for planning. And this is a big product, heavy product, from
Yes.
being with Mark Huntsman. Does this thing ship like in a cardboard box, like most stuff we ship around here, or how does it ship?
So we created special packaging for this product with special inserts to protect it, but it is always going to be palletized, strapped to a pallet and shipped via LTL shipment unless you needed a dedicated truck. But normally it's going on an LTL truck just like a door package would, but it will be strapped to a pallet because it is very heavy.
Okay. You may not know, you may know. Over 100 pounds, under 100 pounds, with the box and everything.
It was about 90 pounds
Okay.
complete with the floor box because all of it is still very heavy, well-made material. It is about 90 pounds.
Okay, good. What am I not asking that I should be asking?
So this is a very specialty product, and sometimes it's easy to second guess what you're ordering. So if there's ever any technical questions that you have, you're welcome to start with me. Our customer service team is learning more and more. They are not as involved as I have been to this point. So there is some knowledge that I'm still holding and working on passing off. So if there's any questions, feel free to reach out to me. If it gets really technical, we'll pull in Mark Huntsman. He's kind of our specialist on this, as you know. So, anyone's welcome to call me directly if they have questions they're not able to get answered through our customer service team.
Okay, so seeing that the lead times are like 8 weeks and this is a heavy and special product, if I was a new distributor or a distributor that I've never ordered one of these before, I would take you up on that phone call.
Absolutely.
Just to talk through. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, good.
Absolutely.
Are we shipping this today? Is this available? Available. It's already,
sure is.
we shipped in 2024.
Yes.
So
We actually had a
okay.
very good year in 2024, very positive year with this product. So we're looking forward to an exciting 2025.
Okay, good. Excellent. We have, I assume we got like cut sheets or something like that, for
Yes.
people to download. Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
But Jeffrey, I don't have any other questions. Anything else from your end as far as operations and getting this out?
I don't think so. I mean, we're pretty set on this side. So just if there's questions, feel free to reach out. Like I said, it's an expensive product. It's a long lead time product. It's a specialty product. If you have questions, just ask. We want you to feel certain in what you're getting is the right thing.
Okay, so for everyone out there, for as far as ordering and placing orders or getting this product or helping walk through the, how to order or it's your first time, they got you back at the office, and that starts
Absolutely.
with Jennifer and her customer service team. Jennifer, that's all the questions I got at this point. I'm going to go back over to Mark and learn some more technical data, but I
Okay.
appreciate you.
You
Yeah,
guys
have a
have
good
fun.
rest of your day.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
So Mark, that was good. We're already shipping. We know how it comes to you. It's a big boy, so it's going to come on a pallet, that type thing. So
Yeah, I think it's like 120 something pounds.
around 120 something pounds.
Yeah, when it arrives, it's quite heavy.
She mentioned something about a tray. I'm not sure what that means.
Terrazzo tray.
How do you say it? Terrazzo
It's a terrazzo tray.
What does
which
that
is
mean?
a typical type of flooring that you see in a lot of commercial buildings.
Yeah.
And what it does is it covers the floor box and allows a general contractor or a builder to come in and continue the same floor through the threshold of that opening. As a matter of fact, we have the tray sitting right here.
Huh.
So this tray will actually sit on top of the floor box.
Oh.
And as it's got, it's about an inch thick. And so they can pour that terrazzo flooring right into the tray. And then the continued floor doesn't break.
Oh,
It's not
so
broken up. There's no threshold.
So it could be tile or concrete
Tile,
or whatever.
it could be a wood filled. It
Ah,
could be terrazzo.
got
It's
you.
basically a multi-purpose infill tray.
okay. So so you're walking through the door is camouflaged. You're not going to see it.
Absolutely.
It's
It
good
kind of
for you.
disappears. You see
Okay.
the little trim edge on the terrazzo tray, and that's
Is
it.
that steel or what is that made
Yeah,
of?
this is very heavy. It's steel.
It's steel, stainless
quite
steel.
heavy.
Stainless steel.
It is stainless.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Um,
Yeah, you bought
It's
something
solid.
about that. Yeah, okay.
You know it.
And there's when you went over, I saw another thing that
Yeah, there's a standard just threshold
just a
cover,
threshold
just a
cover.
plate that covers it if you go with that option.
Okay.
But you know, like
Yeah, that's a lot of material.
yep. So with the kit that we offer, it's going to come with both of those, the terrazzo tray and the threshold cover,
Okay,
so that you have what you need when you get to site.
I got you.
So
All right, so all right, we know it's a floor operator. Is there any key features you like to kind of highlight that it does? I asked you earlier about features and benefits of like what I know what door operators can do. I know you can go through them manually. I know you can push a wall button, it opens, all that kind of stuff. All that kind of do the same thing.
absolutely. So the C127X is just another operator for us. It's just located in the floor under the operator or under
Okay.
the door. It gives you the ability to automate openings that you typically wouldn't be able to with curved arches on top, with limited headroom, very, um, you know, decorative style openings. Some of your Las Vegas hotels, they're not going to want an operator sitting up on this beautiful wooden architecture. So we can hide all of that in the floor. We can go down where no one sees it. It still performs like your everyday operator. It's going to have push and go. It's going to have power assist. It can be used manually. We can tie it to a push plate or a transmitter, wireless transmitter, key fob button.
So if you know everything that the 8100 and all the record swing door stuff can do, you're not losing anything here. You're just moving it from the up top to down in the floor. And when you start talking about where it goes, I mean, I'm thinking of those Vegas, those big glass, heavy doors, Chicago, New York. I did do a little research. I saw it can hold up to like over 1,300-pound doors. Is that
That is
does that
correct.
sound about right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we do that through gear reduction. So we've kind of mentioned it, but the drive unit inside here is virtually the same drive unit that you get in the 8100 that we've utilized forever.
Oh, so the learning curve is, if you know the 8100, the learning curve
roll exactly the same. So where to tie in your activations, where to tie in your safety devices if you have them, how to set your power up, programming, tuning. It is all going to be the same as the 8100. What we did different here is we created a worm drive, and through gear reduction into the actual gearbox, we've created the ability to handle much more weight. But it's the same control, same setup that you're used to on the 81 and the Simple Swing products.
Right, got you. Good. Yeah. And I can see it. It's a lot of people. Can we take a look under the hood for say, what's going on inside that thing?
Not keep them waiting any longer. Let's let them see that. We tried to set this up so you guys could see how this thing looks in the ground. But you've got your gearbox here. We have the motor and the control in a separate compartment. This worm drive separates these two compartments so that if you do have any kind of water retrusion in one side, you don't get it in the other. Previous versions of this had the same space. They were all together, and we've updated it and come out with an IP69 rating, which is amazing. So for those of you that don't know, an IP rating is an international protection class rating that talks about water intrusion and dust intrusion. And so the 6, when we say IP69, the 6 means that we are virtually dust proof. So when this thing's sealed up, dust does not transfer at all. The 9 rating is the water intrusion side of it. And it means virtually that we've passed all of the testing to be IP67, which means a 3-foot dunk or a 1-meter dunk for 30 minutes with absolutely zero water transfer. That's not a ton of pressure, but I think we could all agree if you've got 3 foot of water in the building, you got a lot more problems tomorrow than the door not working.
Yes, obviously. And so so I don't have to worry about mop water or snow melting.
Nope.
or just, you know, hard rain blowing
No.
in and that type thing. It's
Not
not
at
going
all.
to get in and blow up my electronics or anything.
Not at all. And that's the thing that we added when we went from the 67 rating to the 69 is
Mm,
we include a hose stream pressure test. So you can virtually pressure wash the unit
yeah.
and it's not going to leak. We get that certification and we're one of the only in-floor operators in the world that has it currently.
Ah, that's okay,
So
good.
it's a huge advantage, especially on exterior doors, exterior applications where you may get blowing rain or
Mm,
any kind of hurricanes, things like that along the coast.
yeah.
We now have a product that can withstand those pressures and those blowing.
That's good to know. I mean, you know, from the door closer world, you know, it was always an issue with rain and mop water, rusting and corroding things. But all the stainless I see on this thing, you know, in the way the lip is designed to, you know, protect it against water, I can see. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see your point there.
Yeah, and literally that lip that you mentioned, it's a channel
Yeah,
that
yeah,
goes all the way around with a rubber seal inside.
it's really going to have to work hard to get it.
Yeah, so water would literally have to come in, go up over the rubber, and come back down the other side to get inside that box.
Good. It's good design for
so
sure.
solid.
So I mean, I know Record had the C127, and then now it says X. So is that like the next generation, and that's where we got the
Absolutely.
new IP ratings and all that good
That when
stuff.
we went and tested and actually passed the certification requirements for the IP69, it required us to change the design a little bit to create this worm drive, separate the two areas.
Gotcha.
When we're putting 1,300-pound doors on this spindle, puts a lot of pressure on that gearbox
Yeah, yeah.
as
Definitely.
it's moving back and forth. And if we can separate the electronics and the motor
Yeah.
from that entity, we can get that. That's what got us that IP69 rating.
Okay.
So same control, same setup. We just came out in a fancier box, much tighter as far as waterproofing, a little different profile,
Mhm.
which we probably need to talk a little bit about. But it's just an improved product. We didn't redesign the whole wheel. We kept the great parts of what we had in the old C127,
Gotcha.
and then we've given you the certifications on the C127X.
What kind of maintenance do we do once we get it installed, we're up and running? Is there any kind of maintenance we need to do?
Well, you know, I come from the field, and I'm a big proponent of doing routine maintenance on cars and trucks and motorcycles and door operators until we put one in the floor. And when it's in the floor, we like to include, and we do give you the ability to put an extension port. So for those of you that have worked with the Record product, this is where you plug in to do your programming. So once that is set up and closed up, we don't want you going in just to check on things.
Okay. So if we want to change with your idea, if we want to change the speed or anything like that, or hold up in times, we don't have to go back in. We're done with the floor. Now can we use the Record programmer
Absolutely.
that we have like on our sliders?
And that's part of the kit. It's going to come with every C127X. We're going to mount that remotely outside the box so that you have the ability to plug this into the bottom, and then we can program right from that port.
Okay, so once we're done, we're done.
And if there's any error codes or any trouble codes, any diagnostics, just like the Simple Swing and the 81 with the display pad, you're going to get those, and you're going to see what's wrong. But the reality of it is once you get an 8100 installed or a C127X, once it's done and it's set up properly,
Cover stays on.
the cover stays on. You really don't have to crack it, because any changes that you're going to make, which is probably 95% of any service you would do down the road, is not to swap a motor or swap a control. It's to change the speed or to adjust the closing force or to change the lock settings.
Right.
So it's all programming for us, which makes it very exciting, because we don't have to crack that seal to do those changes like some of the competitors.
Okay, well, you hit on some big ones that I had concerns with, and the other one I have, because not coming from ever installed one of these things, and I don't think I'm technically could, as far as making the hole. So what's some good pointers, like the installation of it? You know, we have new construction and then we have aftermarket. Can you kind of just touch on both?
Yeah, so if we talk about new construction and we're designing an in-floor operator into that job, we've got time and we've got the opportunity to help the contractor pour where he needs to create that pit. I've used a trick and you know, it was just through trial and error of having to get these things placed in the right spot. The top pivot has to match the bottom pivot if you've got, if the operator is your bottom pivot. And to do that, we drop a plumb line down. It
Just
tells
like a
us,
floor, like a floor closer.
tells us where to go. Yeah.
That's the way we did it in floor closer. Or just right
So-
down to the center,
And
and yeah,
it doesn't lie. It can't form a curve. It's going
Right.
to drop straight and
Right,
tell
right.
us where we're at. So it's such a simple tool, but so accurate.
yeah,
We can place that. So we'll take our operator, and in a perfect world, we'd have our floor box, which is this outer stainless box you see, ready to go. But in all reality, if we don't have that, it's not, day's not done. I've taken styrofoam, Blue, and I'll take styrofoam block the same size as I want that pit to be.
Mhm.
And I'll set the styrofoam down. I'll glue it to
a solid piece of styrofoam.
just a block
Oh,
of
yeah, yeah.
styrofoam. And then I let the contractor pour his concrete all the way up to it. I'll give myself an extra inch
Mm,
or two on either side. Give yourself a little
All the way around.
leeway.
Yeah.
But go ahead and throw that block down. And when you get that block in the floor, he can pour up to it. 3 months later, you can come back when you're actually ready to install and just drop a little bit of paint thinner on that acetone on that styrofoam block, and it melts.
Oh,
And then you're left with a pit that your operator, your floor box, everything can go in, and you can complete your install.
I got you.
know you got the proper depth, you
Yeah.
got the proper width and the proper
Mm.
length, which takes a lot of that guesswork off the contractor. It ensures that when your guys show back up, they're going to be able to install a door.
I
So,
got you.
That's a little trick on the new construction side that I've used and been very successful with. Retrofit, you'd asked about that, but it's typically going to require someone to go in and create a bigger box. If we've got a manual closer in there,
Mhm.
we might have a floor closer, might be one of the, commonly used in-ground floor closers, because that's very
Right.
common in the market, but their box isn't going to be big enough for us. So they're going to have to go in and jackhammer that opening up.
Make it bigger.
And we always tell them to make it bigger. Just the sheer method of creating that pit in an
Yep.
existing concrete structure.
Yep.
They're going to have to jackhammer, and they're not going to be accurate. So I've seen them even saw cut the lines and then come and jackhammer inside them.
Yep.
It still isn't perfect. So let them jackhammer out and create a bigger pit than you need.
Okay.
Then you can come back in and set it, put the floor box in, and then they can pour up to that floor box when you get it where you need it.
And I did notice there's a lot of holes that you could move this whole thing around in that box. You got some lateral and
Absolutely.
I need to go over a little bit here or there. You got some
So there's only one floor box that we provide.
right. So you get
We've got
that.
two different drives. So what you see here is this offset drive. And I know that's confusing, so I'll explain it now. It doesn't mean that we have an offset door. It
Mhm.
doesn't mean that we have offset pivots. It's an offset drive. It means the drive is offset. So as you can see, the spindle sits to one side.
Mhm.
This is going to put your door running right across the outside of the operator,
Yep.
which would pull that back inside the building.
Mm.
It helps in those abusive environments and
Gotcha.
beachy locations where you've got winds all the time, you've got heavy rains, you could have hurricanes, you could have, bad things happen, and it brings it back inside. Same thing in the north where we've got ice and ice dampers and things like that. Water gets anywhere near this case and the seal, it's going to expand when it freezes, and it's probably going to pop or move that location. So we can bring this box back towards the inside, protect it a little more, but that offset is just here. So when we put the center drive in here, we're going to line up in the center and we're
Mm.
going to utilize the different sets of screws.
Gotcha.
And it'll also allow us to turn and twist a little bit if we need to.
Yeah.
But it's a universal box for both operators.
I got you. Okay. One thing I did see was a nifty little level bubble. So you don't, it's nice that the designers incorporated that down. You got some screws and jack screws that kind of level that thing up. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's, the one
and-
thing we have to have is it has to be level, and
we can adjust upward and lower. We can lower
We
it
can.
down.
So we
We're
can
right
pull
here
this
at the
edge up.
minimum. We're at the minimum, but if we need to go
Push
up
it
an
down.
inch, we probably
yeah,
have
and
to.
you can see on this actual box right here,
Yeah,
this
so
is
we got-
one of your leveling screws. I can get you guys a close up of this.
But it also is if we
But-
needed to raise the unit, we could do that a little bit too.
Yep. And as you screw it down, it's going to lift that unit up. And we've got these all the way around. So I've got 3 on this side, and then I've got 3 on that side.
Mm-hmm.
And once I get that plumb and level, get my bubble right where it needs to be,
Yep.
then I can take screws and run them down through the other side and lock it in place.
That's great. One thing that really, the whole thing sticks out to me, but one thing for sure is this spindle. I mean, this is,
It's massive, isn't it?
yes, I mean, that is very substantial piece of hardware.
We're moving a lot of weight.
I mean,
Um,
it's just awesome. Well designed.
It is.
But
It's
I would
very
say, yeah,
solid.
it's well
Um,
designed.
And for you, out there, you can see this is the spindle for the slide track arm. It is a very, very stout piece. I mean, this piece alone probably weighs 4 or 5 pounds. And then here's your slide track arm. So the same track that you're always used to, that would recess up into the bottom of the door. And then your arm will literally, your spindle pops in to that arm and it grabs through.
Yep. That's
Um, but
So-
it's very, very,
that's a massive piece of hardware.
very solid. And then once you get it in, this would rotate, and your box doesn't have to be off, directly underneath. If your door is independently hung, this is the arm that you're going to use. And then you offset the box, and as the door rotates, it'll slide that track over and move that door open and closed.
So Mark, looking at this thing, I mean, I've been through some doors, whether it was a hydraulic door closers or floor closers, whether it was a swing door operator, just, there's a lot of different models out there. And some of them are just, yeah, you can hit the button and that's great, but going through it manually, and this looks like it would be hard to push through. How does it feel on a 1,300-pound door? Can I go through manually, or
You can push through with very minimal pressure.
how's that possible?
Because the control has what we call opening assist.
Yeah, because
It's a true power assist.
you
setup.
said it's like the swing door operators. They can assist your
Absolutely. So it takes about 13 pounds of pressure or so to initiate that. Once you get
Wakes
that
it
door
up.
started,
okay.
the control is going to sense that movement and it's automatically going to kick in and help drive that door open.
Right.
And it's fully adjustable. We can crank it up. We've cranked it up. I've personally cranked it up on an 880-pound door and tested it just to see what I could get out of it. And blew that 880-pound door opened with less than 2 pounds of pressure. I couldn't even get it to register on the force gauge because it was so high. And I wasn't using a little plunger tie. I was using an engineering force
Right.
gauge that had,
I got you.
a dial. So as soon as it goes up, it holds where the max size. It wasn't even registering past 2. So it was actually less than 2 pounds of pressure on an 880-pound door. So 1,300-pound door, probably 5-6 pounds,
Okay.
but still very easy. Very easy.
So obviously, most of these are probably on exterior doors, and there's these blow open. We can that can all be signaled to open the door.
Absolutely.
And
Yep.
all that stuff.
Yep. So we
you know
tie in
what-
the fire alarm. We can tie into access control. We could do them on a smoke evac. It's got the same functionality.
Okay.
So-
Well, knowing the one helps me. It really answers a lot of questions. Yeah, I think I can go out and talk about it now for sure. And Jennifer says if I have any questions as far as lead times and ordering the process and what arms do I need, she's got all that kind of stuff. But yeah, Mark, I think you answered a lot of my questions. You got a nice template here that comes with it.
Yeah, and those,
Offset center.
this is just to help you kind of set up when you're dropping that plumb bob. You can set the template down below it when it marks, you know, the X on the spot. And you got a template that you'll know where to pre-drill for your mounting screws in the floor. And those are going to outline the box. As you can see, the little marks we have.
Yeah.
Gives you a good platform to work from. So we tried to include it and make it easy.
What am I missing? Is there anything else that maybe I didn't ask that people should know about? Or
Probably the one thing that
is it handed, Mark?
it is handed. So
Okay.
we have handing that works like a clock. So this is European designed. It is very, very simple in their handing. So if you look at a clock, we can look at, does it turn clockwise or does it turn counterclockwise?
Yeah.
If it turns clockwise, then you have either a CC1 or a CC2.
Oh, okay. So Jennifer,
So right or left, which way is it going? And
now this is counter, I assume.
and the indicator is actually put
Okay.
on the drive. So this drive would be rotating this way.
I got you. Okay.
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 But what we're going to do is, because the in-ground world is so different and there's so many parameters that are required to be pretty close or perfect. Your floor pit is one of them. Then the undercut under the door, and then the inside the undercut of the door, the bottom rail has a cavity.
Yes.
And all these are variables. Every manufacturer has a little different setup. So we've come together and we've, you know, through my experience, I found out that if we give you a 50 millimeter spindle, meaning your height is 50 millimeters, you're going to need 52 or 55. And there's not much we can do about that, right? Because it's already cut. So we'll send a 100 millimeter spindle that you can drop in here. It'll drop into the operator, but you can cut the top off. So as you cut the top off, you'll cut it to size. And then when you attach the arm, of course, it'll all bottom out into the, here we go. Ugh. It is so precise. You have to be, I can kind of show that too. See how precise that is. If you don't get that just perfect, it's not going to drop in. But that gives you the ability to cut that height down.
I got you.
And match whatever you might need on site and not rely on somebody else to make those important decisions. And then when they've made it and you show up and it doesn't work, you've got hours of labor involved in it. But really, you're not going to make any progress.
Right.
So you cut this down, you cut your spindle down,
And Mark, that's a part we can buy separately if I cut it too short.
absolutely. Yeah,
I know me.
and we're going to carry a few of these in stock
Measure,
just for that reason.
measure twice, cut once.
Yep.
Okay, good point. Good point.
I highlight the two arms real quick. We've got, this is what we call the standard arm. This is the arm that you're going to use if we are the bottom pivot. So if you've got a top pivot and we are the bottom pivot, this is the arm you use. If we are not the bottom pivot and the door is hung on continuous hinge, it's hung on offset pivots, it's got, you know, fancy hanger brackets, whatever. If the door is independently hung, we will utilize the slide track arm.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out the slide track. The slide track is surface applied.
So if
Instead
we
of being
flip this over,
Instead of being at the top of the door,
this is going to go into the bottom track of the door.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I got you.
And then this will slide across.
Yeah.
And as it
got you.
slides, it's going to push that door into the open
just-
position.
Taking it from the top to the bottom.
You know, like you were saying with the spindle, that arm, that's pretty stout.
It's massive. It's massive.
You're not going to break it.
No.
It's solid.
And then the track also is same quality.
Yep.
With a stop in it. Sure.
It does have a little rubber stop block, just like our other tracks do. The only difference with this is we don't have to strengthen it because it goes into a cavity in the bottom of the door.
Mm.
So it's usually wrapped on both sides and it's recessed up under that
Okay.
cavity, and then you just attach to it. So
Mark, do we have, you know, if somebody was going to order a door from a door manufacturer and get it prepped, could they get it prepped?
absolutely, and we can send you the preps and the details
Because,
for
I
either
know-
arm, whether it's the track that's going to recess or it's the
You
arm.
you don't want to do that on site.
You don't.
Order
you
the
don't.
door with the
And
prep in it and it already lines up.
I
Okay,
can tell you, most of the operators I do, I send the arm to the door manufacturer.
gotcha.
Let them go ahead and pre-mount it based off of the spindle point,
Yeah.
and then they can prep their bottom rail for it to fit. They can mount it, and then when the
Mm.
door shows up, I just have to measure my height, cut my spindle to the proper size, and drop it in place.
Mark, I'm impressed. Yeah, it looks like a winner for me, for sure. I think I learned a lot by going over those simple questions, and then I'm relying on you and Jennifer. So as I go out and talk about this thing, but yeah, so I think we help our distributors out, you know, and it's available to them. They'll start placing orders today. We sell today.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Blue.
This has been a good, helpful insights to a product that's new to me and maybe new to some out there, but I'm very excited. I like having new things in the catalog like this. This is very intriguing. So,
Absolutely.
good.
Thank you for making the trip down, Blue. Appreciate
No,
it.
it's fun. It was a good day. It's fun.
Got to spend time in the studio with me.
Yeah, first time. It's real, guys. It's real. So yeah, thank you, Mark, and yeah, I look forward to working with you on this thing.
Yeah, and thank you everybody out there that's going to see this, that's going to watch it. We're here to support you, and you know, anything that we can do to help that. Jennifer herself, myself, Blue, anyone on our team is available for you to help you. We understand these aren't something you do every day. We'll help walk through and get you from A to B or A to Z.
Yeah, we realized this wasn't an interaction like most of your trainings are, but you know, if you got questions, hey, you know, that we failed to answer, ping any of us, and then we'll try to get you the answer as quickly as possible. So, well, good.
Thank you. Appreciate it, everyone.